Very good afternoon and welcome to the Papare as we bring you live action here from the Havelock Park for the game between Havelock Sports Club and CR&FC, the women's Mastercard Inter-Club Rugby League 2024-2025 season. And it's a very warm afternoon here in Colombo as I welcome Abid. A very good afternoon to you.
Very good afternoon, Reshwan, and very good afternoon to all our viewers. Everyone is very excited for the game in the afternoon, but before that, we have a game on our hands. Havelocks taking on CR, the women's Mastercard Inter-Club Rugby League. The first time these two teams are meeting each other, with formalities being taken place. They're getting ready for a photograph as well. They'll be going down in history as the first game between these two clubs that have a lot of history behind them.
Indeed, one of the most prestigious clubs in the country, Havelock Sports Club and CR&FC. Plenty at stake as well. The very first time these two teams will battle it out. It is a warm afternoon. I'm sure both set of players will take quite a toll on them. As you see, the home side Havelock Sports Club stripped off in their traditional pink and purple-white outfits. And they will pose for a photo which will go down in history for many years to come. So as you see, sun beating down here at Havelock Park. Surely the weather will come into play even during the evening game as well. Abid, what do you think? What do you reckon happening in this game coming up? I'm sure both teams are not so familiar for us as well, but surely it will be an interesting matchup as you see the visitors CR&FC going through their final preps ahead of the game. And as you see the weather for today, clear skies. There's a maximum temperature of 31 degrees. It feels a lot more hotter. And a minimum temperature of 24 degrees. Not much of wind as well, so which will favor the kickers in play here at Havelock Park. Hopefully the weather gods will be kind to us as it is, but as the day goes on, hopefully the rains will stay away, as we are in for a very thrilling couple of game of rugby games here at Havelock Park.
Just as the teams are not familiar to us, they won't be familiar to each other as well. They've played each other in the CR&FC Sevens. They've played against each other in many Sevens tournaments so far, but the first time that they'll be taking part in a 15s tournament together. The home side Havelock Sports Club had already played one game this season against Sri Lions. They lost that game 34 points to 12, but they'll take a lot of courage from that. And I think it's a massive stride for Sri Lankan rugby as well to have two top club rugby teams, two top men's club rugby teams being able to field women's teams as well, with CR&FC also playing Army Sports Club and losing that game 26 points to 0. But nonetheless, I think it's massive exposure, isn't it, Reshwan, for these young girls to be taking part in the sport of rugby that is predominantly thought to be a game that should be played by men, but these girls are just defying all odds.
Indeed, these girls on your screens will go down in history, as they will be the first set of players to take on each other. Game between Havelock Sports Club and CR&FC. CR&FC as well, women's side will want to make amends after that game against Army Sports Club. Both teams coming off losses, as we know. So it's all to play for here in the scorching heat here. Surely it will take a toll on these players. But as Abid mentioned, it will be a brilliant experience as well for them, as they will encourage many more girls to take up the sport of rugby, which is well known in the country in the men's segment. Great to see the women's segment as well up and coming.
as the teams pose for a photograph. As they pose for a photograph, we'll go in for a quick commercial break, and on the other side, we'll catch you with live action. Stay tuned to the Papare.
Go bananas for the juiciest talent show on CBeebies.
Ready or not, here I go!
Celebrate your favourite superfood as they show off their fresh skills.
Hey.
Ta-da! And fruitastic facts before your berry eyes.
We bloom and grow super fast.
So squeeze the day, because every fruit and veg is a superstar.
It's time to let our seeds shine.
Roots and Fruits. New episodes Monday to Friday on CBeebies.
හැම රැයකම අප නොනිදා තැබූ අපේ කාලේත් මින් පෙර යුගයේත් හොඳම ටෙලිනාට්‍ය රසාලිප්ත කතා තුළ අපමණ සිනහ වූ මතකට හැඬුම් සිර වූ අපේම නොවූ අපේම කතාන්තයන් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිනාට්‍ය කලාව සැරසූ සුරම්‍ය රැඟුම් ආනන්දය නොනවත්වා නරපන්න සිටි හිට්ස් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිනාට්‍ය නාලිකාව ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 19.
මම ගජමෑන්. මම ගජමෑන්. මම හැමදේම කරන්නේ බොහොම පිළිවෙල. මං වැඩ කරන්නේ මගෝරිස්තුමා. එතුමාට නම් මාව නැතුවම බෑ.
Dialog television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි reload plan එකක්. activate කිරීම reload සහ my Dialog app මගින්. Dialog television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි reload plan එකක්. දෙස් විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. activate කිරීම reload සහ my Dialog app මගින්. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 television රසාස්වාදය. Dialog television. Dialog television එක reload එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි reload plan එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදයේ පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. activate කිරීම reload සහ my Dialog app මගින්. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 television රසාස්වාදය. Dialog television.
England's finest return to the subcontinent. India rises to the challenge. England Tour of India 2025, 22nd January to 12th February. Live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App and thepapare.com.
මම ගජමෑන්. මම ගජමෑන්. මම හැමදේම කරන්නේ බොහොම පිළිවෙල. මං වැඩ කරන්නේ මගෝරිස්තුමා. එතුමාට නම් මාව නැතුවම බෑ.
We all love to look online at truly outrageous homes.
Oh, no.
Now I get to see these in real life.
What is this?
Homes Gone Wild, Thursdays on HGTV.
We all love to look online at all the pretty houses for sale. But what about those truly outrageous homes?
Oh, no.
Now I get to see these in real life.
Is this a house?
And meet the people who decided to call these places home.
Would you like to see my bedroom? Oh my gosh.
No one will hear you scream.
HGTV is getting wild.
What is this?
Homes Gone Wild, Thursdays on HGTV.
Look at this.
The biggest budget ever.
3 to 4 million.
Come on in.
It's breathtaking.
Amazing.
This is stunning. Wow.
I love my job.
My Lottery Dream Home, Mondays on HGTV.
Catch the action of the Australia Tour of Sri Lanka 2025 live. Enjoy 2 tests and 2 ODIs from 29th January to 14th February. Live on Dialog Television, 10 Cricket and Sony Sports 5 HD. In the heart of Bangladesh, the stage is set for explosive sixes, mind-blowing catches. Witness the unmatched thrill. Bangladesh Premier League 2025, live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com. Now on Dialog Television customers, watch Australia Tour of Sri Lanka 2025 on your mobile without any data charges on the Dialog ViU App. Live from 29th January to 14th February. Download the ViU App and add your Dialog Television connection today. Dialog, official sponsor of the national cricket team.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
මම ගජමෑන්.
ඔස්ට්‍රේලියානු ක්‍රිකට් කණ්ඩායමේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරග සංචාරය 2025. ටෙස්ට් තරග 2ක් සහ එක්දින තරග 2ක් ජනවාරි 29 වනදා සිට පෙබරවාරි 14 වනදා දක්වා. Dialog Television 10 Cricket සහ Sony Sports 5 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න. Activate කිරීම SMS හෝ My Dialog app මගින්.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
When Simon says grill, you know it's going to be fantastic.
Life is good.
When Simon says season, you know it's going to be flavorful.
As we are just moments away from kickoff, as both teams huddle up for one final time. Havelock Sports Club will take the field here in home conditions, hot and humid, as the visitors as well, CR&FC, take on the field. And Abid, what do you reckon happening in the next 20 minutes or so, the first half? Will it be the home side who will dominate proceedings over the visitors?
So for all our viewers who are not too familiar with how women's rugby works in Sri Lanka, it's going to be a 10-a-side game, 5 forwards, and then the remainder being backs, 20 minutes a half, as we will start the game with Havelock Sports Club kicking off.
The kick being collected well by CR&FC, trying to run from their red zone, but breaks through is the big number 1 Mahendran Kanchana. Give it out to the line. Not the best of passes as it misses everyone. An early line out in favor of the home side.
Good intent shown from the girls from CR&FC early on in this game, trying to work the line. But something that I haven't really seen in the past couple of matches, Reshwan, in these women's fixtures, are using the boot and using the territorial game, which I think if Sri Lanka Rugby tries to get into the women's game, we'll have a better flow for women's rugby, but Havelock win it off the line out.
Indeed, a good line out coming in, short line out. So Havelock Sports Club advantage being played. Not rolling away is the infringement, but knocks it on. Javi's number 1 on that occasion penalized, but we'll come back to that initial infringement. As Havelock Sports Club taken it quickly. Puts in the boot. And CR&FC running from their own half, and there's a brilliant run coming in from Tarushika, as she will go over for the first commercial bank try. And quite early on, the visitors have pounced on that mistake from Havelock Sports Club.
Kicking the ball away cheaply was Koralage, but Tarushika, how about that for a run, Reshwan? She had a couple of defenders to beat on her outside, put the step in, and then she was home. Good start for CR&FC, brilliant start for this game as we have the conversion, which is successful as well. So it's 7 points to nil, 2 minutes into this game. We already have a try, Reshwan.
Indeed, as Kanchana, Ruani Tarushika rather, converts her own try. An individual brilliance, you can say. Quite a brain-fade moment from Havelock Sports Club after winning that penalty, taken quickly and just kicking that ball into space. But straight to Ruani Tarushika, who goes over to give them that early lead, and helps her side to convert the kick as well to increase their lead 7 points to nil. As Kanchana Mahendran will kick things off. Quite a deep kick. Once again returning the favour. And Abid, you mentioned about the kicking game, and since then we have seen some kicks, but not going way of the hosts. CR&FC in attack. Big number 1 Kanchana Mahendran has been in the pick of things early on for CR&FC try scorer. Tarushika gives it out to number 11. Number 15 puts on the afterburners as she will go over for yet another commercial bank try for the visitors here at the park. And surely running away now. CR&FC early on.
We'll have a look at that try. That was Pereira that passed the ball out. Pereira, a national player, played in that sevens tournament, that Asian sevens tournament, represent the Sri Lanka women's team, getting the ball out to the CR&FC fullback, who just went over for the first try for herself for the day, and the second try for CR&FC. The kick goes astray. CR&FC will have the kick off, but it's 12 points to nil early on.
Plenty of work cut out for the home side, Havelock Sports Club. Just not able to find any answers to this visiting CR&FC outfit. as we await for the restart from Kanchana Mahendran. Once again, a deep kick. As Havelock Sports Club decide to run it from their own 22. Offload not very good as penalty in favor of the host. An opportunity for them to get out of jail. Will be a scrummage. Knock-on infringement going against CR&FC.
That's that pass, a little lateral on that occasion from Havelock Sports Club. Brought forward Gamage. Scrum time them. First scrum of the game.
Steady, wait.
Massive scrum from CR&FC. They take the ball out and they win it back again. Here's Mahendran. Gets the offload out. Pereira. Pereira will dart herself over. Third try. That scrum from CR&FC just put the forward pack of Havelocks in 6s and 7s, and as soon as that shove came on, it was just try time for Pereira. Got the offload from Mahendran, and all she had to do was just use her pace and dot it down. Third try for the CR&FC women's team in this historical encounter.
They're starting off in some way. CR&FC here at the park, giving absolutely showing no mercy to the Havelock Sports Club outfit. Conversion not successful, but still CR&FC with a mammoth lead of 17 points. Havelock Sports Club yet to get off the mark and yet to get a fair bit of position as well. Surely work cut out for the home side.
Havelock Sports Club's defense so far in this season has let them down a wee bit. 34 points to 12 going down against Sri Lions. But I think what they would take courage from is those 12 points that they had 2 tries off. Now they collected off the kickoff. Gamage that time. They'll hit the forward, but the tackle looked a bit too high to me on first glance, but the steal is even better. Now they will barge forward. No one in front of her. Mahendran has been right in the middle of everything as Pereira now. Seems to be the playmaker, but she puts the ball forward on that occasion. But CR&FC have shown a lot of intent in these first couple of minutes. They put a lot of pressure in the set piece and in open play as well. They've been absolutely on point. The technicalities haven't been that great from both teams, but CR&FC have been the team that have had the intent, and the intent is showing on the score sheet, Reshwan.
Indeed, surely. Score sheet speaks a lot of volume how this CR&FC outfit has dominated proceedings here. It's an opportunity for Havelock Sports Club to get out of jail. Feeds in a messy scrum once again, but advantage for Havelock Sports Club taken quickly. Gaining some meters are heavies. Cutting back in is the big number 1 as she's pushed back. A good defensive tackle coming in from CR&FC. And an interception from Pereira. She goes over for yet another try. 4th and bonus point try for CR&FC inside 9 minutes.
Very well spotted from Pereira. Just saw that the pass was going to absolutely no one. She put her name on it and put her name on it all right, did she? She shows why she was the only player not from the forces in that Sri Lanka outfit, Idusha Pereira rather. But very well spotted. Havelocks in attack have been very lateral. Their passes have been to people who have been very flat-footed, haven't been able to get the get-go that they've really needed so far in this game. But from what we've seen, it's been Pereira and Mahendran that have taken CR&FC to where they are right now.
Indeed, a 1 minute water break. As the heat is quite a toll here at Colombo today. It's a very hot and humid day out here. As the referee calls out for a minute of a water break, which could be a timely one for the host, who are backpedaling in some fashion. 24 points to nil. It's just a matter of gaining this experience in games like this for all these girls who are taking the field today. Especially Havelock Sports Club, quite a young outfit.
This is great, isn't it, Reshwan, for Sri Lanka Rugby to have not just the games happening but the coverage as well from the Papare.com. Really does inspire a lot of people as well to take up the sport, to know that they are going to have the attention that they do need and do deserve. Sri Lanka Women's Rugby has been around for quite some time. They started off in 2003, but since then they've played here and there in patches, isn't it? A few years on, a few years off, but I think now we're really on to something really great for Sri Lanka Women's Rugby, taking part in international tournaments in the recent past as well. And teams like Havelock and CR&FC that have the funding, that have the players, really do need to step up if we are to get good women's rugby going as we kickstart the game again.
Indeed, Abid. All these youngsters will want to don that national jersey as well. It's just the lone national player in both these sides as she gets that position once again, and she goes over for yet another try. She's toying with this Havelock Sports Club defense. The fifth try in the game, and the third one for Pereira.
Noticing the space out wide, getting the ball out wide. It's one thing to spot the space on the corner, but it's another thing to get the ball out to the corner. And on that occasion, CR&FC did exactly that. On point with their passes so far. We've not seen a lot of wavered passes in that game against Army, where they lost 26 points to nil. You saw passes going overhead towards the foot, nothing really coming towards the target. But on this occasion and in this game especially, they've gotten that right, and that's just the basics of rugby, isn't it, Reshwan? Catch and pass.
Indeed, and surely CR&FC doing all the basics right, and they have learned a thing or two from that previous game they played against Army Sports Club, which is nice to see. Learning is the name of the game for all these youngsters. The Havelock Sports Club bundled into touch.
Good kick-off. Kicked it off right next to the touchline. And the CR&FC defense was right on the Havelock's player, Anuttara. Bundled her into touch. CR&FC have their first line out of the game now. They hit the jumper. Shinani takes it. Now it's Mahendran. Good defense from Havelock Sports Club, but very, very strong in the tackle on that occasion. Ruani Tarushika. Now to continue what they've been doing really well so far. Again, going right through. It doesn't get any better than this for CR&FC. Just showed and went right through, did she? Try time for CR&FC. Losing count of how many they've scored so far in this first half. But that was a thing of brilliance.
Indeed, that big fend off, just giving no chance for Havelock Sports Club to stop her. Goes through two Havelock Sports Club defenders to go over for their 6th or 7th try. Abid surely lost count now. And the add-ons are not successful as well.
The strength to stay on her feet on that occasion, Reshwan Sakuni Getma. Showing her hand to the Havelock's defender and just fending her off. Big no argue to get that try. Now we kickstart things again. Good defense on that occasion. But the penalty goes Havelock's way. Now what do? They need to show some intent here, Havelock's. And she takes it, does Koralage. Works it on. Kasturiara Chilage. And they get the penalty again. CR&FC have been scoring tries, but in the same time they've been giving away a lot of penalties. Havelocks have another opportunity. She needs someone on her out and passes to absolutely no one. CR&FC put their name on the ball.
Okay, tackle.
CR&FC
Get back.
trying to spread that line, but once again Mahendran finding Pereira. She's been the danger for Havelocks as she goes over for yet another try, her fourth in the game. As CR&FC increase their points tally to 44 points. And absolutely giving no chance to the home side Havelock Sports Club with position nothing being given away. Conversion successful as well for CR&FC, as you see Pereira once again saving that ball and putting up the afterburners to go over for yet another try for CR&FC. Conversion as well successful.
Now they'll kick it off again, will CR&FC. The kickoffs have been pretty good, but the chase has been even better. Coming away with it is Chamodi, still on her feet. The Havelocks player needs to roll away, but she doesn't, so the arm goes out for advantage. Tharushi once again. Inside pass, and the ball goes out to Pereira. This has been very repetitive. They've kick-started, and they've gone right over for another try. And who has scored that try, Reshwan, again is Pereira.
Just about, just mentioning only her name. It's been all Idusha Pereira versus Havelock Sports Club. She's absolutely dominated the proceedings here at the Park Club. Ruani Tarushika with the conversion duties. Doesn't get this one through, but she's managed to get 3 conversions successfully.
We've had 18 minutes of rugby and 46 points scored, Reshwan. What are we in for? It's a 40-minute game in the Master Club Women's Interclub Rugby League. 2 minutes to go to halftime. But again, deja vu for Havelocks. They drop it again off the line out, off the kickoff rather. Now Nazar finds Mahendran. Anuttara has it and gives it to Pereira. Spins past a couple, does Pereira. Now there's space if they wish to use it, and which they do. They're sending it out in hands. Now it's with Getma, who scored that try before. She needs to get the offload, but she takes it into contact. Now they'll use the short side, and they'll come right back. Playing advantage for that Havi's player being offside. Draw and pass, and that's as easy as it gets. Again, it's Idusha Pereira. She's been all over this Havelock's team. Mahendran, the offload to Anuttara. Anuttara draw and pass to Pereira. And Pereira just going over. For I don't know how many tries she scored so far, Ashwan. It's been just her and her running circles around this Havi's defense.
Indeed, and surely she as well has lost count how many times she has gone over.
Okay.
Absolute dominance here from CR&FC. They have reached that half-century mark as well. 51 points to nothing. As we enter the final 30 seconds of this half, a dreadful one for the host, as they would want to go back into the drawing books and try and change their fortunes in that second half. Probably try and put up a good fight and put up a good show in that second half. As once again doing well to keep that ball in play. Havi's once again not the best of passes, but high shot says referee.
The physicality from Mahendran, but caught a bit too high on that occasion. But you really have to give it Reshwan to the Havi's team. They've really showed up here. Even though the score sheet doesn't show, I think we really have to give them their flowers for turning up and maybe taking on the sport. That is something to start off with for Sri Lanka Rugby. As Anuttara once again, still on the move, Anuttara releases it. And who else would they go for when they have a player like Pereira, who will just dance her way through? Just foxes the entire Havi's defense and goes over for yet another try. And now we have the 10th try being scored. The first half might have come to the end, but the try scoring from Pereira is just continuing.
Indeed, just absolutely going past half of the Havelock Sports Club team. Just easy as you like. Idusha Pereira. Brilliantly done in this first half. I'm sure she deserves a big round of applause as referee whistles for halftime. Quite a dreadful one for Havelock Sports Club. But on the other hand, CR&FC will walk into Lemons with a commanding lead over Havelock Sports Club. 56 points to 0 in this hot and humid Sunday afternoon. Havelock Sports Club yet to get off the mark. CR&FC, mammoth half century, 56 points inside just 20 minutes. We will go into a quick commercial break and we'll be back with the second half action here from the Park Club.
When Simon says grill, you know it's going to be fantastic.
Life is good.
When Simon says season, you know it's going to be flavorful.
You're gonna love it.
When Simon says add some kick, you know it's going to be fiery.
Things are spicy in here.
When Simon says cheese, you know it's going to be cheesy goodness.
Blew my mind.
Make it like Simon does. Simon's Dinner's cooking out. Thursdays on Food Network.
What's going on here?
Hot Stop Express
Coming through!
It's Big Thomas! Yeah! They're finally here! Thomas and Friends, Monday to Friday on CBeebies.
We all love to look online at truly outrageous homes.
Oh, no.
Now I get to see these in real life.
What is this?
Homes Gone Wild. Thursdays on HGTV.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. The stage is set, the players are prepared, and the SA20 is here. South Africa's premier T20 Cricket League. Live on the Papare TV, Dialog ViU App, and thepapare.com. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews, and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. England's finest return to the subcontinent. India rises to the challenge. England Tour of India 2025, 22nd January to 12th February. Live on the Papare TV HD, Dialog ViU App, and thepapare.com.
I've thought a lot about why I continue to do this. The truth is, I'm addicted to it.
Alex Guarnaschelli will stop at nothing.
And welcome back to the live coverage here from Havelock Park for the women's game between Havelock Sports Club and CR&FC. And if you have just tuned in, it was quite a dreadful half for the home side, as CR&FC just walked past Savi's defense in that first half from 10 tries, and just the 3 converted tries. Nevertheless, 56 points in it. Plenty of tries as instrumental number 11 Tusha Pereira was in the pick of things for visitors here at Havelock Park. Just went over as CR&FC kick things off for this second half. Havelock Sports Club, can they put up a fight and try and get a consolation couple of tries in this second half, or will it be another half of absolute dominance from the visiting side? CR&FC has a big thumping tackles coming in from Sakuni Getma. CR&FC have been pushed back now. Paul comes out to the number 19 who had a decent first half, as she will go over for another try, and the first try in the second half courtesy Hashini Anuttara from CR&FC. Easy as you like, collects it and puts up the afterburners to go over. Absolute dominance as CR&FC just picking up things from where they left off in that first half.
She was really in the thick of things in that first half. And the conversion as well, successful on that occasion from Sakuni Getma. Or Tarushika rather, but 63 points to nil now. Havelock will want to at least get on the score sheet once they did against Sri Lions. Sarah Gamage scoring one and a pick and go try as well. Sarah Gamage has been pretty good for the Havelock's team. She played a brilliant game against Sri Lions, but so far it hasn't gone well for her team.
Indeed, she was one of the positive things for Havelock Sports Club in that first half. She made some vital tackles. If not for her, the scorecard would have been more drastic for the home side. There's a brilliant run once again from Tarushika. She just finds that gap in defense. She goes over for yet another CR&FC try in the game. 68 points with the conversion to follow. And the dreadful game continues for the home side, who are just lack of answers against the CR&FC team.
Forget the dreadfulness for Havelock Sports Club Restaurant, but it has been very good from CR&FC. Very, very promising stuff. No matter how easy they take the opposition, they really haven't taken the foot off the intensity. They've really continued. But now as the replacements do come on and get a chance to take part and wear that red jersey, they'll want to try and go over for many more.
Indeed, score nearing the 70s. Not the best of restarts from CR&FC, but Havelock Sports Club thought that they can go, but have to come and take it from the center.
It wasn't a drop kick on that occasion, it was just a full kick. That's why they have the free kick. Havelocks. Now they kick it ahead. First time that they've gone into the CR&FC 22 meter. Good tackle coming in. Draw and pass, but she drops the ball cold. Now opportunity for Havelocks, but they drop it forward too. You need to be on your feet to play that ball, says the referee. They'll have a penalty. Now taking it forward. Koralage. Shashika on that occasion. They have another penalty. Not releasing the tackler. Good intensity from Havelocks. Now they take it and go again through Shashika. She needs support. Coming in on the scissor is the center, Senushi. Now pick and go time. They've scored a try like this against Sri Lions. CR&FC have been very cynical. They've given away quite a few penalties, but now they'll hit the forward. Mana Waduge on that occasion. Again, Mana Waduge has someone latching onto her. The advantage should come again for not rolling away, and it does. Now Gamage steps. Can't get past the tackle. Arif holding on to her on that occasion. They're just moving laterally, but they're moving somewhere. Havelocks, they have the ball with them. As long as they have the ball, they would be really happy. That means CR&FC don't have chances to score tries, but the penalty comes their way. And we have a player on the floor, but I think now is the time that the referee resorts to his cards, because this is becoming very cynical from CR&FC.
Indeed, CR&FC defense being tested and showing some vulnerability as well. The defensive line of CR&FC. The first share of position for Havelock Sports Club in the opposition 22 meter as well. Showing some promise when they enter the red zone of the opposition. If they can try and go over, give them a consolation try, it will be a big win for these youngsters in pink.
We have a player on the floor, but speaking a bit of Sri Lanka women's rugby restaurant, we had them touring with the men's team as well to Nepal for the Asia Rugby Sevens. They came off with a win against Iran, 20 points to nil. But against India, they went down 29-10 and 15-7 in that close encounter against Indonesia. Don't mind the results, Sri Lanka Women's Rugby. Taking part is what the name of the game is. And from there on, you probably will have progress. You definitely will have progress if you continue to do what you're doing. Now they pick and go. Very good technique because she has someone latching on to her. The forwards of Havelock has been very good, but the defense from CR on that occasion is even better. Held up, but they'll go back for a penalty. But I like the intensity from Havelocks. No matter what the score sheet reads, they want to try. Setting themselves up. Good defense from CR&FC. Very well tackled. Senushi had it and she dropped it. All of that goes in Wayne Reshwan. They were there in that half for say 4 to 5 minutes. They were penetrating the defense but couldn't go through.
Unfortunate for Havelock Sports Club. But if they can try and turn over this ball from the scrummage, would be brilliant. But will be a lot of hard work for them if they are to turn over against this quite a formidable pack of CR&FC. CR&FC shuffling the pack around. Bring on 2 replacements.
Okay. Crouch. Bind.
Our viewers don't have the team sheets with them, but we at ThePapare.com do. They have 7 players on the bench, CR&FC, 6 on the bench for Havelocks. Again, might seem a bit unprofessional for our viewers, but I think that is where we're going, as Idusha Pereira will sprint across. She has 70 meters to cover and she has absolutely no issue in dotting that down. Under the post she goes. Second try in this half for CR&FC. Just raw pace this girl. She has 70 meters. Forget the pace, the endurance to keep on doing that over and over again. She's really been the golden girl for CR&FC.
Indeed, in this scorching heat, and the way she is performing is absolutely brilliant. From their own 22, that attack was started off. That in the passes accuracy. And then after it was given to Idusha Pereira, it was a no-brainer. She ran the rest of it, giving absolutely no chance for Havelock Sports Club. Yet another try, the 13th one for CR&FC. 73 points.
More and more of these games being played is what will create improvement for Havelocks, as the kickoff is very well placed. It seems like they have a tactic, and that tactic is playing off. Kick it to where that 5-meter line is, and then the rush defense that is drifting across just puts the player into touch. And we have another player down from Havelocks.
Surely everything working according to plan for CR&FC. But nevertheless, you cannot take anything away from this Havelock Sports Club team as well. They're quite young. They introduced their women's team last year. It's a learning curve for all of them, and an experience where they can come up better next time, learn what they did wrong, and take the positives from the good things they did as well. It's good to see she gets back on her feet.
Iskam. Come. Number 1, 5 meter. Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady.
Scrum. Right hand side. Loads of options, but they will go through the hands because that has been what has worked. Foxes, Gamagators, Pereira, inside, outside, and no one is going to stop her. The pace, the strength, and the endurance. This girl has just been running circles. We might sound like a broken record, but that is why the reason we are is that girl on your screen, Irusha Pereira. Goes over for CR&FC's 14th try. But I really do want to see Havelock Sports Club score now, Reshwan. They've got a few fresh legs on. CR&FC, yes, they've been running away with this game. We've been talking about them so much during the course of this game. But as a viewer, I really do want to see Havelock score.
Indeed. That's what we all want to see. Consolation try, if possible, for Havelock Sports Club. Would brilliantly top this game off, as you see the replay. Irusha Pereira just toying with this defense of Havelock Sports Club. The referee has called once again a 1 minute water break on this scorching heat in Colombo. Absolutely hot and humid day. As the players take drinks, he'll be a happy man. He's being leading these girls out well. Lacinta Di Costa.
CR&FC's coach, women's rugby coach, is Lacinta Di Costa, a household name in Sri Lankan rugby. And on the other side, coaching them is Lahiru Silva, and the assistant coach, Kumarage, and the manager, Troy Bartlett. The CR&FC manager is Miss Oshini. All these officials are really working hard to make these girls' dreams come true. But aren't they lucky to have someone like Lacinta Di Costa coaching them, isn't it, Reshwan?
Indeed. Absolutely a well-known name in the rugby fraternity in Sri Lanka. And safe to say, all these girls are in safe hands under the managementship of Di Costa. Restart kick. Bounce of the rugby ball going towards CR&FC. Everything going their way this afternoon. So once again, Pereira gives it out to number 10, Ishni Kavisha. Once again, back to Pereira, who just toys with his defense as she goes over for yet another try. And I'm sure even we have lost count, and probably she also has lost count of how many times that she has gone over in this game. The 16th try. And she has gone over for more than half of it.
But a couple of phases before that, Reshwan, was that massive tackle from the number 19 of Havelock, Tarushi.
Wait, okay.
Good rush defense, fixing her opponent, going low. Brilliant technique on that occasion as well, but Pereira scores once again. Now the kickoff. They have someone chasing, and that's there for Getma. Opportunity now opens up
Okay, tackle.
for the CR&FC fullback.
Get back. Line offside.
The line is offside, but they'll continue playing.
Done this.
Tackle
High
caught a
tackle.
bit high as well. Now space. Gamage is there to defend, but Gamage will not catch her. Kanchana Mahendran goes over, and a well-deserved try. She's been all around the park, all around Havelock Park today, and she's gone over right under the posts. 88 points to nil now.
Have around 5 minutes left in our clock. Surely CR&FC are on the verge of breaching that century mark as well. Surely will be the first time in the women's rugby to reach that century mark in Sri Lanka. CR&FC creating history in an historical day as well.
What I like the most, Rashwan, is the fact that as soon as the try is scored, not a lot of celebration from CR&FC. They come right back to the halfway line. They have a sip of water, and they're again ready to kick off, which is what I really like about this CR&FC team. Yes, they've scored a lot of tries. That is something to like as well. But their enthusiasm to score more and more. Well collected by Chamodi. Takes it into contact. Now working the line, but cuts back in. Does Tarushi. The advantage comes. Pereira might have intercepted that, but will go back for the penalty.
Offside. Get back. Number 3, get back.
Very well oiled machine, this CR&FC team. They've been giving away loads of penalties, but they haven't given that penalty
Get back 10 meters.
of not dropping back 10 meters. That is because they're very well oiled, isn't it? They've been given clear instructions to drop back as soon as a penalty is given, and that's exactly what they do. So they haven't been given penalties for not dropping the 10 meters. But how about that for a run? How about that for a run from Satruani? Inside, outside, right around this Havelock's defense. Individual brilliance. Oh, that's a thing of beauty, isn't it? Went in, went out, and she had to just outpace a very, very tired Havelock's defense. And that is exactly what she did. Try time for Satruani.
Indeed, Abid. We have seen plenty of tries, and I would say that would be the try of the match. Just running through that defense. Brilliantly done from Satruani to give her side the 17th try in the game. An absolute massacre here at the park. 97 points to nil as we are reaching that century mark. Not the best of restarts from CR&FC.
Very good knowledge of the game, but on that occasion she brain fades for a second, but very good knowledge of the game, isn't it? Didn't go the 10 meters, she let the ball just stay there, and all of them drop back. This CR&FC team knows their way to the try line, and they know their rules as well.
Yes, that always pays a lot of dividends. Knowing the rules of the game can always help you. Satruani, once again, she runs through this Havelock Sports Club defense to reach that century mark for CR&FC. With the 19th try in the game, it's the century mark, the 3-digit score, 102. CR&FC just absolutely running riot against the Havelock Sports Club women's outfit. Conversion successful as well. 104 to finish off the game. An absolute dominant performance here for the visiting women's team.
Well, in the first half, it was all Idusha Pereira, but the last couple of minutes of the second half, it was all the number 13, Tarushi Satruani. I really like how she played in those last couple of minutes, Reshwan. Knew that she was playing against a tired Havelock's defense, came off the bench, huge impact. Not just with her kickoffs, which were pinpoint in terms of accuracy, but her runs. But that scorecard is not something you want to see if you're a Havelock Sports Club fan. But if you're a CR&FC fan, 102 points up against your rivals, Havelocks. But either way, in the end, CR&FC might have won this game, but for me, Sri Lanka Rugby is the winner.
Indeed, Abid. Well said. All these games will be a learning curve, as these girls will take a lot of pride and post-game handshakes as well. Respect shown between both sides. Hammering being handed over, but the respect remains the same. A learning curve for these girls on your screen, as they will want to come back stronger next time around as things take place. As you see the second half highlights, CR&FC just picked things off from where they left off in that first half, where they absolutely ran a riot. Repeating this first half heroics were the Reds. And absolutely star performer Idusha Pereira. She's been an excellent player. She's the only player in the Sri Lankan outfit who's not played for the forces. Her speed was just unmatchable for Javi's defense. She's got plenty of talent behind her back as well. Was as well just individual brilliance. She went over for I think more than 10 tries or so. We as well lost count here at the Combox. It's just too easy for her. Even though good learning curve for this Havelock Sports Club women's outfit was just introduced last year. We will hope they will come with strength to strength in the years to come. And this was Satruani at the brink of full time, who went over a couple of times to finish off this brilliant game of rugby for CR&FC. And she helped her side at that century mark as well, which probably is the very first time in Sri Lanka women's rugby to reach that 100-point mark. Brilliantly done. So that's it from us here at Havelock Park, but stay tuned with us as we will bring you live action here from the Park Club for the big game between CR&FC and Havelock Sports Club for the Matthias Trophy, and a top of the table clash here. And what a Sunday evening coming up here at the Havelock Park. So stay tuned with the Papare as we will go live at 4 p.m. local time. Till then, it's goodbye from us here at Havelock Park.
thought a lot about why I continue to do this. The truth is, I'm addicted to it.
Alex Guarnaschelli will stop at nothing
I want to win in ways I don't expect anyone to understand.
to beat chefs from across the country.
Alex is always impeccable, but tonight she's bringing her A game.
These are some very high-profile chefs.
Here we go.
I don't care who's out there. I don't care what I'm cooking. We're going.
Alex versus America. Sundays on Food Network.